Hello, everybody, and welcome to Turf Moor TV. If the camera is behind, I'm having issues again. Nothing new. The internet's still shit in this house, and yeah, I'm just hoping we can actually have a stable live stream. Whether that happens, I do not know. But everything's taking the mick today. It was working fine not so long ago, and now all of a sudden it's just taking the mick. But hopefully we can bring the game to you. I didn't expect it. This was a last minute thrown up thing, to be honest. I debated going on, but in the end, I thought, no, look, I'll do a watch along. It might have been better for me to probably go on at this rate because the way things aren't working and things are running slow. But yeah, you'll have to let me know how it's going in the chat. If you can hear me, if everything's working all right, if it's just the camera that's a little bit behind. But yes, I do remember your deck. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Nice to see you in the chat. Like I say, I'm just hoping I can give you the best content in regards to the game. At the moment, I've not even found the game. I found it on one thing, but it keeps crashing, and it's just typical bullshit when the game's soon to start, and now I can't find it anywhere. Which is just a joke, honestly. Really annoys me. Really does annoy me. Let's see. Cost is the like I say, I hope everybody is well. I am going to try and get the game on if I can. Hopefully before it kicks off. Can't promise anything, but bloody hell, Ali, it's not bad, is it? Watching me, but at least I can say I've been to Bali now that you're watching me there, mate. So that's a plus. Yeah, please. You know what, Mr. Rodriguez? I haven't actually had a bath or a shower before I started. That's probably why it's going tits up. Um, it's just everything's going to shit right now. As usual, I've just been downstairs and said, look, the internet needs to be changed. It's crap. It's not working. It's not doing anything for anyone. I can't do this and watch what I need to watch because none of it is working. It's just a bit of a ball ache, especially when I've got the game on, but I know it'll crash within 2 minutes, which is just just takes the mick. But let's see. We'll run with it. We'll run with it. No, I'm with. I think is it BT. I think it's with BT. But I've just said I need to get stuff sorted. I need to get it sorted out. That said, let's have a look at the team then, because the players are out on the pitch. And so let's have a look. Let's have a look at starting with the Burnley lineup. And yeah, I've managed to find time to actually. Well, obviously, I've not done that right, so let's do that again. There you go. So yeah, there's the Burnley lineup. We've gone for a bit of a 4-4-2 this time, but Ollie Son plays at right back. Joe Worrell and Bashir Humphreys as your centre back partnership, and Lucas Perez out on the left. Marcus Edwards comes in alongside Josh Loren, who keeps his place, and Loom Chowner plays alongside him in the centre of midfield. Aaron Ramsey, obviously back from his injuries, is set to start out on the left, and a front two of Zion Fleming and Armando Broja. We finally get to see what Broja is about. Subs are Haladke, Tuenzebe, Trezor, Bernal, Barnes, Tweedy, Delcroix, Lelua, and Pimlet. So yeah, there's a few youth players in there, and I'm guessing Fleming potentially will drop deep behind Broja to give him an option. I haven't done a lineup for Derby, but I will tell you the lineup for Derby. As I said, if my camera is running behind, I do apologise. It's just everything's just gone to shit. Everything's gone to shit. I'll be lucky to even bring it game at this rate. Just hope I can. But yes, let's have a look at the teams then before we kick off. We will be a few seconds behind, as you know, watching online. And I did have the team lineup up, and that's now gone. Brilliant. Let's have a look. So yeah, for Derby, it is Vickers in goal. Jake Rooney, who is a youngster who used to be at Burnley. He plays in a back three for Derby County with Sanderson and Craig Forsyth. It's a midfield five for the away side of Callum Elder, Adams, Bobby Clark, Ben Osborne, and Ward. And up top, Killian Jackson and Ryan Brewster, who start for Derby County. But we have got underway. As I say, let's see how long it works. But get your comments in. Let us know how you think things are going to go. As I say, right now, everything's just going slow on this system. Is my camera going slow for you lot? Just let me know. Is the actual camera going slow? Because I'm having issues left, right, and centre here. I can't remember where I've put anything. What's there? Not many turned out at the turf today. They never really do for cup games, do they? It's it just looks like the camera's really jumpy and really, like, for some reason going really slow, a bit unresponsive. I think it just knocks your confidence a bit when it is running at not how you want it to. But anyway, let's get into the game. Let's wet the whistle and then we can bring you commentary. Oh, as long as it's not affecting the stream, that's all right then. Stat here says Burnley have won their last 5 League Cup ties against sides from a lower division since a 3-1 defeat at home to Sunderland. It did say the year, but it went off screen pretty quick. Derby County take a free kick in their own half and pass it around the back. I'm expecting the first couple of minutes Derby to see quite a lot of the ball. Maybe that's Parker's way of thinking in this one, to let Derby try and attack us. We try to catch them on the counter. Armando Broja wearing number 27 for the Clarets. Obviously, we're occupied by Manuel Benson, but he'll now be number 26. So I don't know why I'm apologising, but anybody who's got Benson 26 on the shirt should be asking the club for a refund, in my opinion. Derby do well to keep it in. Fleming putting the Derby backline under pressure. Dex says, what did you think about the win on Saturday? Proper humbled the Black Cats, didn't we? They were practically in dreamland. I mean, at home, that's where we've got to make things count, mate. That's where we've got to be at our best. Pardon me. That's where we've really got to be putting teams to the sword and trying to at least get 3 points. And gaining that tag of Fortress Turf Moor again, that's pretty much what we need. But we shall see. I was happy with the result. Like I said, I didn't see the actual result till Sunday because I were in the lakes for my birthday this weekend, and the place where we were camping had 0 signal whatsoever. And when you did get 4G, nothing came of it. But Burnley have a break here. It's Chowner. He's through. Can he pick up Fleming? He does. Oh, Fleming can't get to it, but Broja's there. Cuts inside. Now with Aaron Ramsey, 1-0. It's 1-0 to the Clarets. Aaron Ramsey puts the Clarets 1-0 ahead, 4 minutes in. And I'm not sure where that came from. Brilliant run by Chowner. Absolutely fantastic run by the man from Lazio. And Aaron Ramsey, back on home soil, grabs a goal for the Clarets. It's Burnley 1, Derby 0. And it's that man, Aaron Ramsey. Just have a look at the goal again. Chowner does well. You can see Fleming. Fleming hangs just there, but I think his momentum takes it. Brosier's still there to pick it up. And it's just a little sad pass to Aaron Ramsey on the edge of the box. And as soon as you put some power behind it, it's just waiting to hit it sweetly, straight through two defenders. Keeper couldn't get there, and it's fantastic from Burnley. They go 1-0 up, not even 5 minutes on the board. That's the thing, though, Deck. Obviously, it's, to be fair, I felt my phone vibrate, so I've turned vibrate off on my phone because I didn't want me to sort of think, oh, something's happened. Also, like I say, we're watching on the stream. I'm a little bit behind because I'm watching on the Sky app. But hope you're well, Scar. Hope everything is well with yourself. Straight in from Cambodia. Love that. Absolutely love that. Burnley with a corner. Rambo, the goal scorer, set to take this set piece. Ball comes in. Doesn't really beat the front post. And bit of a loose foot from Lucas Pires. It's going to be a Derby free kick. A poor corner from Ramsey, to be fair. Should be beating the first man. As I say, nothing comes of it. Obviously, Derby have quite a lot of ex-Blackburn players in their side. John Eustace, who left them lot to go to a relegation-threatened Derby, let's not forget. You know, he's hoping he can get a fine tune out of them. Nice to see Bashir Humphries back as well. This will do well for his fitness. Yeah, he were, Dick. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was number 10, but barely played last year. BTID, hope you're well. Burnley having to clear. Stabbed away, but Derby try and keep the move alive. Shot from range, and it's nowhere near Max Weiss's goal. Shot by Ward. In a good area, really. If he gets that on target, I can see that testing the keeper, but came to no avail for the away side. You know what? I got all three for my birthday. I treated myself to the home one, and Kate got me the third one and away one for my birthday. So I can't complain. Cannot complain at all. And typical, just as I say, I can't complain. The stream goes down because it wants me to complain, doesn't it? It's exactly what it wants. Hey, I'll take top 10 every day of the week. Every single day of the week, I will take that, mate. And happy birthday for tomorrow. It's a shame it's not today. Obviously, get a nice win on your birthday, but I'm gonna see if I can get the stream from a different. I mean, it started working now, but just as he says it, it doesn't. The thing I'm trying to work out is if it's the stream that's gone dodgy or if it's just my shitty internet, because it could be either or. I just don't get why it does this. I may have to put the watch alongs on hold until I sort the internet out. Luckily, I've not got one until the Wi-Fi is not that bad. It's just it like wherever else I go, the internet's fine. But for some reason today, it's just being really funny. A bit like Kate in the chat who's saying hello, pal. Like, what the shit? Um, like, why are you saying pal for? The thing is, in certain areas of Burnley, it's a struggle to get Wi-Fi. But there is bits of it that, like I say, it's at home. It's on and off. I just don't get why. Just showing the Derby bench while there's a Burnley player down receiving treatment. Exactly, that's what I mean. I can't control what's going on around me. I just hope that it'll improve and get better, but time will tell. As I say, people, if you do want to support the channel, in fact, it might help to pay for better fucking internet. You can support us by just scanning that QR code, and it really does help support us in any ways and means necessary. And we do really, really appreciate it. Like I say, as soon as I get the internet sorted, I'm going to be taking this shelf down, and I'm going to be having a bit of a background here, so I've got a nicer looking professional setup. But at the moment, I've got to live with what it is. So it's yeah. It's strange because it happened in the match preview the other day as well that the internet went down. I'm in one of the crappiest rooms for it as well. It's not like I can go downstairs into the front room where like people are watching TV and stuff. Really, no. I have thought about it. I've potentially thought about doing something with the actual wall, like paneling, maybe like a Burnley badge that sort of lights behind it, so the lights are on it, or I don't know. I want it to sort of look like a setup, a professional setup, but also kind of like a spare room sort of vibe, if you get me. Don't want to sort of just have a section that people go, well, why's that there? It looks a bit out of place. Yeah, a little bit like a neon light version, if I can, just some sort of like lights around, maybe a badge on the wall, or I thought potentially like 3 prints of Turf Moor, sort of just in the back. Like on this, because the camera's so condensed, if the camera was the length of where the scoreline is, it wouldn't be too bad. Because you'd be able to see the whole effect of the background. But right now, I've got a shelving unit. I've got a mate do what's what. Money's needed in other areas, like my back pocket, at the moment. It is still Burnley 1, Derby 0. A man cave. Exactly. Who wouldn't love a man cave? I don't understand why I can't find the stream elsewhere. It's really getting on my tits, to be quite honest with you. Well, we finally caught up. Stream's finally caught up, but luckily I've not missed a goal. Burnley come forward again. Now with Josh Laron. He loses out. Now Derby try to spring an attack forward as Burnley have pushed people forward for it. Clarets do well to push him out wide. Not really anyone in the box for them to pick out, and it's well worked by Ollie Son to cut out the move. Fleming. He's got Chowner making a run. Can Chowner use his pace? Is he going to be able to cut inside? Is he going to wait for bodies even? He does. Picks out Ramsey, who tries to flick one to the back stick. It's still in. They're saying it's gone. I think they're saying the ball went out of play. Marcus Edwards were there to pick it up at the back stick, but referee says it's gone out of play. Chowner does well. Bit of a pinball for the ball, but can Burnley get to it? Chowner's chasing the seconds. Does well. Gets away from his man. Can he skip past the defender here? He's got 2 following him. He uses his pace. Tries to whip one across. Brozier was lurking. Cut out by Derby County. Yeah, true. At least we actually have internet right now, as stupid as that sounds. Chowner does look... Every time I've seen him play, he looks like a decent player. He looks like he's really lung busting and wants to get forward all the time. And I think, given time, like I say, first season, I think we might have a real gem on our hands with him. say Gem. I mean, we did pay good money for him as well. Let's not forget. Obviously, under Sean Dash, Burnley not really known as a cup team. In fact, one thing that was said was Dash doesn't like cups. Um, hopefully, we're going to give this one a go. Ball comes over the top by Derby and too much on it by Clark. He's going to go out for a Burnley goal kick. Yeah, him and Ugachukwu were pretty good. I quite like the way they set up and work. And yeah, Rhode Island still is in town. Rhode Island Cafe's still there. I do like coffee, mate. I really do like it. But yeah, I can't remember what that one's called. But yeah, they have made one. What they've I don't get it. Like we've got about 6 or 7 coffee shops all next to each other. It's really really strange. But I suppose if it were a coffee shop, it would probably be another pound shop like they always are in Burnley. I really just don't know why. Yeah, Nick, nice to see you in the chat. I mean, he's on the bench, and I'm sure he'll probably get minutes because these are the sort of games that maybe in the second half it'll ruffle a couple of feathers. Maybe take Fleming off for him. So you've gone a bit like for like with a bustly attacker, but it is Fleming on the ball now, and he's picked out Pires. Tries to flick one in towards Brozier and cleared by Derby, but Loren has it. Picks out Bashir Humphreys. Now Chowner. Yeah, oh mate, I've always wanted to do proper like barbecue food, proper. Just yeah, he just always looks so good. When I've watched programs growing up, like what is it? But the Man versus Food with that Adam Rickman and Diners, Driving and Dives and stuff like that. I used to love all those sort of programs and all the like Texas smokehouses and things. It's just I'm salivating thinking about it now. Oh, good run by Chowner. It's in the box. It's a good block, but it's still in there. It gone for a Burnley corner. Forsyth manages to get a touch onto it and send it out. But yeah, brilliant play by Chowner again. Absolutely fantastic. Turns his man with that quick, sharp bit of pace. Pardon me. I should have picked up a bottle of water. Why did I pick up Coke for? It's just going to be like this stream's just going to be me burping all the time. I think it's Lucas Pires. He's going to take the corner on this side. His arm aloft, ball whipped in. It's not a bad one, but it will go for a goal kick. Oh, Burnley are claiming a corner. I actually thought it was a goal kick anyway. I thought it came off Worrell last. The referee seems to think the same as me. Burnley players thought it were a corner, to be fair. Thing is, though, Nick, I sort of want him around. I want Barnes around. I want him to sort of be a little bit similar to Jack Cork. Like, work with a youth system. You know, I know players at that age could typically just, oh, I'm buggering off to MLS or final payout like Goodmanson's done in Dubai and the United Arab Emirates and stuff. It's easy to sort of make those moves, and I reckon they come about quite a bit, especially if you have played pretty well in the Premier League within your career. Burnley come forward again. I like this by Burnley. It's ball fist towards the back stick. Can Son keep it in? It's a bit of a funny one. He manages to touch it down on his foot, and it ricochets off his foot as he touches it down, smacks him in the face. It ends up going out, so I can't keep it in. But not a bad try by Ollie Son. You know what, BTID? I honestly don't even know what's happening with Brownhill, and I thought he might have stayed. With his brother still playing up at Padiham. I thought maybe they'll still stay pretty local, and I mean, don't rule it out. I know there's been talks of him apparently to Everton or Leeds. That'd piss me off actually if he went to Leeds. That'd annoy me. So yeah, that'd annoy me if he went to Leeds. Rejects us and goes there. Just tarnish your name, mate. See, seafood's one of those things that I'm not like. I'm not overly for it. Not big seafood fan. Like to seafood and eat it. That's why I'm a fat bastard. But other than that, Derby are offside. I don't know why the place still took the shot there when the whistle had already gone. The attacker, Caden Jackson of Derby, formerly of Aki Stanley as well. He was a former Aki Stanley player. Oh, honestly, Nick, American I can't wait to at least have a proper, authentic American barbecue where brisket's just hanging over the sides of your finger, and it's got that buoyancy when you press it. It just oozes. Ribs falling off the bone. Smashing unlimited amounts of chicken wings on. Just yeah, an absolute meat feast. But not that far. To be fair, I'm on your birthday, Dick. I'm actually I'm in Liverpool that day because the missus got me tickets to see the Hot Waters Green Room podcast live. So I'm going to watch that in Liverpool. It's my stepdad's birthday at the same days as yours, Dick, as well. Yes. Oh, American road trip. Like I say, I'd love to do that. Do Route 66 and just there's loads of stuff I want to do. I also want to be a millionaire. But if I have to accept an American barbecue is second to that, then but yeah, I need to see the American way of life. Man versus Food is quality program, Nick. Corner for Derby, headed away by Worrell. Marcus Edwards. Not sure what's happened there. I think flag's gone up for offside against Ward. If I could stream like an American tour, I would. It's the thing is, I do see a lot of these people that go to games and they do the what is it? Like they watch the game and take you through it and stuff like that. Visa did it for a while. I think Jacob Horsfall did it. Now I think Bradley Miller. is having a go at it as well. And don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic, all three of them. Even Burnley Backs does it as well. He's an old friend of mine as well. But I can't do that. I feel like doing this, or no, 19th of September, Deck. 19th. That's day before Forest game. What's Forest game been moved? I can't remember. But I'm in Liverpool Friday 19th. But I'll take 3-0 Sky every day of the week. The thing is, it's one of them, Kate. Like, if you go to America, you're going to do the sightseeing stuff. Like you say, you went to New York with your dad and all that. Orlando, did all that stuff you want to do as a kid and see all the sights. I think you've got to be going there for that food experience if that's what you want to do. I know you can fit the odd bit of food in there, but a lot of people go there to do that sort of thing separate. Also, yours is day out. Ah, right. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully, we've got another 3 points in the bag by that point, Deck. Derby have the ball on the halfway line. By the time we end up going, Kate, it's probably not going to be Harry Potter anymore. Good play by Derby. Ball at the edge of the box, cut alongside. Lorenz there to cut it out. Can Bashir Humphries clear? Manages to get it away, but it's only out for a throw-in. And the throw-in's got in the way of the Clarets. Interesting. I've drank enough alcohol this weekend. Just yeah. The thing is, it's nice camping. You've got the tent and everything else. You sat around a little campfire, having a few drinks, toasting marshmallows, and like you say, we're up in the Lake District, so it's barely any light pollution. Stars and constellations above you. You're like pissed looking in the sky and just chatting shit to your mates and your loved ones, going, "Oh my god, look at how much we're just a small little thing in this world," and you know those sorts of random beer chats that you have. 26. I turned 34. I turned 34 on Sunday. Still got your whole life ahead of you, mate. Ball played across the back by Burnley. 32 and a half gone. Now Derby have it in the defensive unit. Trying to look for pockets of space to get through the Clarets. Seen the run, but so has Joe Worrell, and he clears that for a Derby throwing deep in the Burnley half. I like how Marcus Edwards is coming back, but Oliver Son's been skinned here, and Burnley have done well to see the second ball, managed to clear it out. Ollie Son basically was just outclassed off the ball. And you're only as old as you feel. Only as old as you feel. Going to be a Burnley free kick, which referee Andrew Kitchen gives to the Clarets. Good ball for Chowner. Can he get to the seconds? Looked like the right back was going to go down quite softly there, but decided to stay on his feet as he realised Chowner wasn't putting that extra little bit of pressure on him to probably have won the free kick. It was a good one, Nick, actually. Like I say, Chowner did very well to get the ball to come forward. It was a bit of a counter-attacking run. Fleming was in the centre of the park. He tried to pick him out, but Fleming ran a little bit too far. But Brozier were there to pick up the pieces. And he just saw... sorry, I've just been sidetracked. It's 1-1, by the way. It's 1-1. Great play by Clark, but yeah, to just go back to the goal. Brozier just stabs it to Aaron Ramsey on the edge of the box, and he slots it in. Nice curling effort, but yeah, it's 1-1. I'll try and take you for the goal if it shows it again. Elder plays it. Bobby Clark just gets in front of the defender. I think it's a little bit weak by Burnley defensively. Joe Worrell should have even put his arm up there, thinking he'd potentially nearly caught Clark. Clark reacts really well and puts his foot right behind it. Max Weiss couldn't get to it. So yeah, it is 1-1. So that scoreline needs updating, doesn't it, you bugger? What am I doing? Let's sort it out. There we are. That looks more realistic. Derby have played pretty well. Like I say, I think Burnley are trying to catch them on the counter. Burnley are giving them space, but when Burnley have the ball, they do look like the team that's going to kill the game. Our ball flipped over. Fleming up! Ah, no! Good save. Good save. Burnley still kept the move alive, though. Josh Laron picks out Worrell. Now back with Rambo. It's Marcus Edwards. Humphreys. Pires. Bit of congregation down that side. Now Worrell has it. Can he pick Son out? This near right-hand side. Nobody giving him an option in that space. It is the Carabao Cup, mate. Yeah. The Energy Drink Cup. I'll be honest, Brozier's been pretty quiet. He's doing well at creating space by dragging defenders out. So off the ball, he's not done too bad. But like I say, I don't think he's really seen much of it in this first half. Hopefully, we'll see a bit better from him with a bit more game time. But hopefully, it'll come good for us eventually. Fleming. Are Burnley going to get this ball into the box? Because they've got opportunities to try and take on the right back, and they just haven't. Son finds Chowner on the run. Can he get there? He's a strong bloody fella, him, honestly. Won't lie, I'm quite liking Liam Chowner's play at the moment. How you doing, Jace? You all right, mate? Things aren't too bad, Mush. How's things with you? Ball comes over. Is he going to go for a corner? No, the Derby keeper keeps it in. I'll tell you what, Nick, I don't mind. I'm going to Old Trafford this weekend, so that's another reason why there's no watch along this weekend. But yeah, I don't know. I think if we're pretty solid, I reckon we can get something there. I'd happily take a point. Christopher, my online father, how are you? Yeah, you too, mate. You too. Good to see you in the chat. Ball at the back for Derby. Fast approaching 40 minutes. Burnley 1, Derby 1. And I think you could tell it we're always going to be a good game. You know what it's like when teams in the division below you really want to showcase what they're capable of. Like you say, it's only the second round. So it's, there's still quite a bit of football to be played if you want to get to those interesting ties. Like I said, the teams in European competitions don't come in until the next one. And for the smaller clubs, I'm talking, less than Derby, your League One and League Two clubs. The money is always good against it. I mean, look at Grimsby's tie tomorrow against Manchester United. But no, the gorgeous Kate is fine. I think she's gone to wash up and take her contact lenses out. But yeah, she's doing all right. And yeah, I like this third shirt. It's got like a honeycomb sort of effect to it, and on the sleeve, it's quite nice. I like it. Got it for my birthday. Where's my birthday present off you, Dad? What's all that about? Oh, Coca-Cola on stream. Gassed out. No, to be fair, I'm obviously I'm trying to grow the channel and stuff like that. But no, like I say, I really appreciate it, and the more people that find us, the better. And if people share it and tell people about it, I want to try and get it as big as possible and hopefully make something of it, mate. It is not a 5XL. No, it's just the 1XL. Although I think I might have to go up another size if I carry on eating like I have been recently. I'm going to need to go on a bit of a detox. Could be the beer belly, that as well, though. It'd be interesting to get Mark Goldbridge on, but I didn't know what game to ask him to come on for. Do I ask him on for the United game or the Forest game? Because who does he actually support, Nick? Really? It is the thought that counts, Chris. It is the thought that counts. I heard there's a rule in the predictions league that we do, Chris, that if it's your birthday, you automatically qualify for 3 birthday points. But I'm not going to argue. Apparently, I saw it in the small print. You tell me. Or are you going to do a Premier League? Premier League got PGMO with referees and change the rule every year. Burnley with a chance to come forward again. Whipped over. Cleared in numbers by Derby. Lorenz there. Marcus Edwards. Can he keep the move alive? Tries to come inside. Still has a chance to pick somebody out. Aaron Ramsey finds Pires. Chowner. Intercepted by Derby. It's going to be a Claret's throw-in. Who told you that? It's in the small print, mate. I read it somewhere. I definitely did. And I saw the Leicester Till I Die badge in the same document. I definitely 100%. Watching from New Zealand, really appreciate that. 7:30 in the morning. That's dedication like no tomorrow, is that? Fair play. Fair play indeed. We don't have Koleosho. Well, we do and we don't. He's still a registered Burnley player. However, he is now out on loan. He's out on loan at Espanyol, who's become sort of our brother/sister club because our chairman Alan Pearce has bought Espanyol. So he did play for them obviously before coming to us, so it'd be nice for him to get some game time there, watch him grow, hopefully gain his confidence back because we didn't see him that much in Claret and Blue last season. When we did, you know, there's definitely a player there. 100% there's a player there. Hey, I'll take being sixth in the league. I'll take that. I'm in the playoff. I'm in the playoffs. Getting a nosebleed that are, to be fair, Chris. But no, I do appreciate that, Chris. And like I say, I echo that. So thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, please do show your support. Please drop a like on the video. Like I say, it does help. It helps the algorithm with YouTube. They go, oh, people like watching that. So yeah, it really does help. Thank you very much. And take care, Chris. Yeah, see, I'm not that bad. Not that bad. 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Like I say, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate even everybody who's watching who hasn't put a comment in. As I say, you still really appreciate it, and I thank you for choosing us to dissect the game. Really, really do. So thank you. It's Derby with a throw-in. It's up. Son doesn't really do anything much with a header, but pinball by Burnley, and Derby could potentially break it. It's a bad ball through the centre, but if Adams had just took a little bit off that, we could have been looking at something else. Burnley trying to counter. Lucas Perez couldn't get there ahead of Sanderson at the back. Chauner's there, as is Perez. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. That's going to be a free kick. There's a bit of back and forth there with Adams and Perez. Bit of shirt tugging and pulling, but free kick to the Clarets in the Derby half. Probably going to be one of the last opportunities of the game for Burnley, and fingers crossed we can make it count before the end of the half. Do you know what? For me, Jace, absolutely love to be able to just sit next to Phil Bird on a Burnley game, do co-coms with him. I'd love that. Like even just that one opportunity, just the one opportunity would be amazing. Players had to be stopped here. Not sure who's down in the box for Derby or just on the edge of the box in the D, but it's just going to show it again. Didn't know who I was watching there, but that's a strange one. There's not even really much of a touch. It actually looks tactical, this by the Derby defender, because Brozier just sort of walks past him. Literally brushes him with his fingernails. There's nothing in that whatsoever. While the player's down, it's still going to give Burnley an opportunity to potentially go again. I'm really not sure what's happened there. It's Kieran Jackson. Whether he's been caught in the eye or something, but he's making a right meal of it. Exactly. He's turned into Armando Broja, hasn't he? And that's what I don't get. That's the thing. I'd love to be able to sit there, Jace, right next to him, and when we score and he asks for my opinion on the goal, I can speak from a fan perspective, speak from the heart. And I don't, and I get it. Ex players have knowledge, but so do fans. So do the fans. Honestly, I would love that. Given the opportunity, if Phil Bird ever comes across this, I would love the opportunity to sit at the side of you and be able to do core comms for a game this season, if it can be made possible. Play resumes and is back underway. I think we'll probably have an extra 2 minutes here just because of how long the player was down, but Chowner now has it. Is he going to take his man on? Tries to get it across. It's going to go for a Burnley throw-in. Did look like it were going to go for a corner, but it's going to be a Claret's throw. Perfect area for Zion Fleming to get a long ball into the box. What can the Clarets do with this? Up, over, headed towards the edge, cleared by Derby, and it is half time. John Eustace's men will take that. Burnley have looked dangerous going forward, but Derby have done very well defensively. And as I say, it's Bobby Clark has come into Derby from Liverpool. I'm not sure whether it's on permanent or loan. As I say, it's not something I've really checked out, but Derby have rode the wave, and it is 1-1 at the break. No, I agree, Jace. Exactly. You know what I mean? And especially when you know that team, when you've got people like Gary Neville, Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, who are commentating on teams every single week. They're not watching that team day in, day out or every weekend. So that's why, as a fan of the club, you know it in and out, or you feel like you know it in and out. But yeah, at the break, it is 1-1 here. I'm going to treat myself to a nice little wee. And after that, we will be back with the second half. And yeah, join us for that. See you shortly. Second half set to get underway very soon. Let's have a look at some of the half-time scores then. Elsewhere, we've got Reading 2-1 up home to AFC Wimbledon. Cambridge United 2-1 up at home to Charlton Athletic. Wolves winning 1-0 against West Ham in an all-Premier League affair. Aki Stanley Doncaster is 0-0. Rotherham are winning away at Barnsley in a Yorkshire derby. Port Vale, the surprise package with a 1-0 win. 1-0 up away at Birmingham as it stands at half time. Brentford are 1-0 up away down on the coast in Bournemouth. 1-1 between Bromley and Wickham, and obviously in this game, Burnley Derby County 0-0 between Burton and Lincoln. Cardiff are 2-0 up at home to Cheltenham Town, and Millwall 1-0 up against Coventry. The other games as well, Norwich are losing 1-0 to Southampton. Preston 2-1 up against Wrexham. Bradford carrying on their fabulous start to the season, while also being 2 goals to the good against Mark Robbins' Stoke City. Sunderland are losing 1-0 to Huddersfield as well, and it's 1-1 between Swansea and Plymouth. Stockport holding Wigan to a stalemate at the moment, and it's also a stalemate in another Yorkshire derby between Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds United. But yeah, lots of goals going on around. Who's going to get through? I know the draw is tomorrow after the situation between Grimsby and Manchester United. As I say, my stream for some reason has gone down. Don't know why. Because we probably have kicked off again, or we're just about to kick off, and my stream's gone kaput, which is just bloody brilliant. Or we may just about to be getting underway. Fingers crossed. It's every time I try to put the Burnley game on, it goes funny. I didn't think we had that bad of a first half. It was pretty successful, actually. Now the internet's playing silly buggers with me. So it's all fun and games. Love it. How we doing, Pete? No, Bob. You all right, mate? How's things? How is things? So we haven't got back underway just yet. As I said, we were a few minutes over at half time, but it is still 1-1 at the break here. Hopefully, a better performance by Burnley second half. Maybe stick a few more in that are really going to give this game a go. If we want to get through this fixture, we've got to look alive. We've got to try and put Eustace's Derby to the sword, but Derby will be thinking the same. I'm good, mate. I'm not too bad. Like I say, just had my birthday, living the dream. Still recovering from a weekend on the beer. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Players making their way back out for this second half. Not sure. Don't think there's any changes to report, but it was Aaron Ramsey's goal that put the Clarets 1-0 up in the first half. Well taken shot on the edge of the box. And Clark of Derby, who did really, really well, really, to get in front of Worrell. And it's just that touch that took it away from the Burnley defender. And he managed to equalise for the away side. Oh, mate, that's just stress from Burnley, and I've put weight on, and I hate it. I hate it. I feel older, to be fair. It looks like Burnley and Derby are set to make a change. I think it's Axel Tuanzebe who's going to come on for Burnley. As you will know, he played for Ipswich last year in the Premier League. He's here with the Clarets, and he'll come on for... Well, I actually don't know who he's come on for, because it's not bloody said. But it is a change for the Clarets. And it's Bashir Humphries who went off. I think it's Bashir Humphries who has left. And we are back underway for the second half. And for some reason, Burnley have a free kick straight away in their own half. Interesting. Oh, Pete, you're too kind. Too kind, mush. So everyone in the chat, where do you think Burnley need to strengthen them before the end of this transfer window comes about? Sky Sports, I saw they said that apparently we need another winger, with a winger with experience. But for you guys, where do you think we need to invest? And being realistic, who would you bring in? Striker, I get that. I get what you're saying. I could understand that though if we got rid of like someone like Barnes, and I mean we've sent Huntonji out, a few others, haven't we? So yeah. It is strange without Brownhill, Pete. I get that. But I'm hoping we'll be all right. For me, I think pushing Fleming. Pushing Fleming out. Push Fleming into midfield. It could be almost like that cam role. Like we've not really seen him play there. That's what he was playing at when he was in the Millwall team, and I think that's obviously why we signed him, because of his attacking prowess. So I don't understand why we haven't used him in that area. But speaking of which, he's tried to look for the run and he's got the second ball. It's a bad first ball by Fleming, but Chowner does very well. Burnley still have it, still with Fleming. Tries to cut one across. Nobody at the back stick. It's a bad ball by Fleming there. Fleming looks a little bit off the pace to me. Really, I don't know if he's hit the gym hard, too hard maybe. I don't know. It's maybe it's just lack of match sharpness. Time will tell. It was bloody well expensive. Like, me and Kate went to a McDonald's there. I know that sounds a bit silly. Oh, Chowner's away here just to break off. He's got Brozier in the box. Now Burnley have come forward in numbers. Chowner tries to curl one. Can he get to the seconds? Lucas Perez has. Gives it to Chowner again. Tries to get fizzes one across. I'm not sure. Does it come off the crossbar? Does the keeper turn it away with his hand? Get a better look from this angle, but Chowner does well to get to the bar line. And no, I think it evades everybody there, but very good. Well worked by Chowner. Again, I think this we're looking at a real player here. He's been very instrumental in this game. But yeah, I think we went to McDonald's, and I know that sounds a bit silly because you've gone to Switzerland, and But I tried snails while they're out there. That was a weird one. That was a very strange one. Which I think it was the texture more than anything that was a bit like. Ugh. But I did it. I ate it. Tried it. I can clearly say that now. But yeah, when you go to a Mackey's, and what would you and your missus would you normally get? Usually comes to about £18 here, and it came to what the equivalent of about 45 while out there. You know it's bad. Josh Laron, Marcus Edwards. He's got the run of Son, but he sent him a little bit wide. He's got the ball in there. Challoner gets up. Nobody on the seconds there. They claim it. I think Fleming claiming for handball. He's got his arms up in the air. Don't know what he's claiming for. I got the big arch burger, and it was something like, that was for just the burger. Like the meal just made it more expensive. There were a few things on the menu that I wanted to try. Like, I've not seen McDonald's sell chicken wings before, and trust me, I'll never get them again. They was dry, but they were. I just wanted to try one or two of the things, and at least to say I've tried it. Edwards, Challoner. Burnley are pushing quite well. Worrell, Brozier, Son, Worrell again. Oh! Well worked by Burnley. I think if you could have swapped Worrell and Fleming around, it would have been a sweeter connection. But Worrell, who's been the captain for today's game, is probably getting a nosebleed being that far up the field. But he's hit it on the back of his heel. I think it's just a little bit behind him. But the skipper couldn't quite get on the end of it. See, I've always wanted to see the size difference in the American ones because they've obviously got the super size stuff there, aren't there? And I just want to see how big the difference is. Not sure what's gone on here. Brian Brewster and Joe Worrell having a bit of a word with each other, but referee's given a free kick to Burnley. I'll be honest there, I don't think Joe Worrell was strong enough. I thought Derby should have really probably had the advantage there. However, Burnley come forward. Challoner, ball whipped in. Nobody got there. Oh yeah, that's supersize it. Oh, what have they lowered it since that? Thing is, I think obviously that came out years ago, didn't it? Portion sizes were huge. Max Weiss trying to pick out Ollie Son, who Son really shouldn't have waited for the ball to come to him, but did. It's Burnley defensively look really sluggish, and Derby tried to whip a ball to the back stick. It's going to be a goal kick, but again, it's frustrating. It's Sunday League stuff. You don't wait for the ball to feet. You've got to go to it. Got to attack it. Devil's lettuce? What's devil's lettuce? That's new to me, is that? Devil's lettuce. Lucas Perez can't get away from his man. He's won Burnley a free kick. Burnley have taken it quickly. Chowner cuts on the inside. Ramsey. Laron. There's nobody there for Burnley. They're not opening that space up. Brozier can't get in there. It's going to be a goal kick to Derby's. I think Brozier was looking for the run of Chowner, but just didn't quite read it. Scott Parker dishing out instructions in abundance. Ah, yes. How could I forget the devil? Yeah. See, I didn't even think of it like that, to be honest. I didn't even think of it like that. I have heard it called that before as well. Oh, Burnley getting a free kick here, right on the edge of Derby's box. It's in perfect territory as well for a set piece specialist to get their feet, wrap the foot around it, and try and lift one over the wall and in. A Fleming special, maybe. But Abue Adams has received the first yellow card of the game. I think it is going to be Fleming, who takes this. Perez and Edwards stood there with him. Forsyth, Sanderson, Jackson and Clark make a 4-man wall. Perez walked away, leaving it for Fleming and Edwards. Personally, I think Edwards may step away or step over this, and Fleming hits it. But Fleming hits it straight away. Chowner hits it on the rebound. He's hit the post. Oh wow! Wow, he manages to get it through the last line of defence. Fleming tried a little bit of an Alex sort of. He just hit it straight at the wall. Just hard and smash everything through it. And on the rebound, Chowner goes to try and hit it. Smashes right against the upright. Rambo with his arm aloft to whip in the corner. It's deep. It's in there towards the back stick. Being chased by Marcus Edwards. Lost out. Can Loren get there as well? Hunting down the pack. Really trying. Derby settle with the ball at the back now with Sanderson. Jake Rooney. Derby trying to slowly advance, but Burnley doing really well to work them back. They've had to go back to the keeper, who goes long with the ball over the top. Perez chests it down. Goes back to Feiss, the young German keeper. Twenzebe plays a 1-2 with the keeper. A bit of a patient build-up by Burnley, but now Vars has to go long due to a bit of pressure by the Rams attack. And Rooney tries to pick a ball out. Twenzebe heads it clear, but Marcus Edwards, probably one of the smallest footballers I've seen in a long time. Couldn't quite get his head on the second ball. Now Derby come forward again. It's Caden Jackson. Tries to take a shot from range. Well cut out by Axel Tuanzebe. Watched the run of his man there very, very well. Especially because Joe Worrell sort of cut back across. Tuanzebe had to stand strong, wait for the shot. It is going to be a corner to Derby County. Not sure what's going on here. Referee's having a word. Bue Adams looking over at his bench. Chauner's trying to watch his man. Ball's deep, header up. It's gone for a goal kick. 3 substitutions set to be announced for the away side. And 2 for the Clarets. Jaden Burnell and Ashley Barnes look set to come on. Well, it's the goal scorer Clark who's going to make way for Derby County. Dan Osborne comes off. He's replaced by Thompson and Rhian Brewster. Here comes off for Andy Vyman, who, let's not forget, scored that screamer for Blackburn against Burnley, although it didn't really make much difference. It's Chauner who's come off for Jaden Burnell. Do you know what? I can understand why he's rested Chauner after 60 minutes. You know, he's been getting game time in the Premier League. And Armando Broja's off as well for Ashley Barnes. See, I thought he would have took Fleming off. So Broja gets a full 19. But I won't lie, Broja has been a little bit quiet. Hopefully we can get him more involved as the season goes on. But Max Weiss with a long pump forward. It's always nice to see Ashley Barnes donning the claret and blue. It's Jake Rooney. Finds Ward on this near side. He can't skip past his man, but it goes out for a throw-in to Derby County. Bit of a wasteful one, and Lucas Perez has time to pick a ball forward. Does well to play it out to the wide. Ollie Son has it. Burnley can regroup. Joe Worrell now back down on this left-hand side. Burnell. Fouled there in the centre of the park by Bue Adams, who's already on a yellow, so has to be careful. But opportunity cut out as Burnley tried to come forward. Derby doubling up on Marcus Edwards there. Sanderson finds Rooney. Derby lose it. Burnley try and come forward again, now with Marcus Edwards. There's not much urgency from the Clarets now. They're all sort of huddled together. Why is there not much space? Use them pockets of space, boys. Edwards finds Ramsey. Tries to look for Marcus Edwards. Well cut out by Clark at the back. And now Derby try to counter. Again, Burnley get there in numbers. Very even this last 10, 15 minutes. Both sides quite open. Burnley coming close to a second through Chauno. Hit the post from a rebounded Zian Fleming free kick into the wall. But other than that, we still remain 1-1. And there's a chance here. Intercepted by Derby, but Burnell gets to the seconds. Can he beat his man? Unfortunately not. And Rooney knocks it out for him. Burnley throw-in. It's deep in the Derby half. In front of the Jimmy Mack. So you'd expect Zian Fleming to throw an absolute thunder throw into the box. Is anyone going to get on the end of it? That's the thing. Comes forward. It's deep in there. Header up. Only as far as Fleming again. Pires tries to hit it first time. It's going to go for another Burnley throw-in. The referee holds out. Sanderson's down. I think he hurt himself in the build-up to that. Burnley have tried to react quickly. No, they haven't. I thought they had. From the replay, it looked like there was going to, but Fleming again. Ball into the box. It's still in there. Ramsey takes a shot on the turn. And it's going to be a corner. There was a block on it. And it hits the back of Worrell. Ramsey shoots. Yeah, it does. It comes off a Derby player. Sends it wide and out for a corner. Lucas Pires goes to take this on the far side near the Bob Lord. And it's deep into the middle of the pack. It's going to go for another Burnley throw-in. Fleming again comes over. Burnell leaves it for the Dutchman. I say, guys, please drop a like. Please subscribe. Really does help the channel grow. Appreciate everybody who's been in. Comments or not, like I say, I appreciate you all 100%. So thank you very much, whether you're watching or commenting. Just to add, nothing really came of the throw-in. Barnes tried to flick it on, and then it's Burnell who hit a shot. In fact, just looking at the replay now, he did hit a shot. And it smashes at full whack at Abue Adams. But nothing really to say or comment on there. Looked a bit dazed, actually, when that came about. Just try and have a look at some other scores, as this is still quite very much open at the moment. Obviously, the earlier kickoff, Reading beat AFC Wimbledon 2-1, so their name will be in the hat for the third round tomorrow night. Cambridge United are beating Charlton. Wolves are 3-2 up against West Ham. Doncaster are winning 1-0 away at Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. Brentford 2-0 up now away at Bournemouth. 1-1 between Bromley and Wickham. And again, as I said, still 1-1 here at Turf Moor. The substitution for Derby, just before I read out some more, it's Ward, who's been playing as a right wing back. He comes off. And for some reason it crashes just as I'm trying to find out who's coming on. But Cardiff are 3-0 up at home to Cheltenham. Norwich are 2-0 down against Southampton. Preston Wrexham is now 2-2. Bradford have added another goal since half-time to their repertoire. They're 3-0 up away at Stoke. Sunderland still losing to Huddersfield. Still one apiece between Swansea and Plymouth. Barnsley have turned the game around in the second half. They're 2-1 up now over Rotherham. 0-0 still between Burton and Lincoln. Port Vale, though. Port Vale still 1-0 up away at St Andrews. Wigan Stockport still 0-0. Millwall still winning 1-0 against Coventry. And Sheffield Wednesday Leeds is still 0-0. Twenzebe finds Son. Marcus Edwards with a bit of a turn. Tries to play in Ashley Barnes. If it were a bit more of a straighter ball instead of more of an angle, I think Barnes could have got to that, but Edwards opened his foot up a little bit too much to slide the ball through to Barnes and gave the defender a little bit more time to get to the ball. The change for Derby was, as I say, it was Ward off. And it was Kane Wilson who came on in his place. So Derby got a little bit more defensive, knowing full well that Burnley are going to try and push themselves forward to find a winner. Derby maybe looking at what they could get out of the game come 90 minutes. Not entirely sure. Does it go to extra time and penalties or is it straight to pens? Let us know in the chat. I'm not entirely sure how it works because they change the rules every year. Like I say, to some in the chat, it's early morning. To some, it's late at night. As I say, it's heading towards 25 past 9 here in Burnley, and for some reason the stream's gone down. Don't know why. It's been fine most of the game. I don't know why it's struggling now. Oh, so it's heading towards evening meal time for you. I've got the stream back up and running anyway after it were buffering a bit. Derby now coming, try to come forward. Look like it anyway, but they've now decided to go back. Tried to come down the left-hand side, but well cut out by Lucas Perez. He's going to have to see this out and does pretty well. I've got to say, for me, based on the game so far, even though it's only just coming up to 75 minutes in, Liam Chowner, the youngster, probably man of the match for me. I know it could all change in the last 15 minutes, but from what I'd seen, I'd say Chowner's probably been the standout player in this game before he was subbed off. So when Zebe goes back to Max Weiss, he's going to have to clear it the first time of asking after a bit of pressure from Andy Vyman. See, when you look at Derby as well, they're playing quite a high line as well, which Burnley aren't trying to exploit at the moment. Gary said it goes to pens. Well, if it does, it does. We'll be here until a winner. Be here until the death. We'll find out who's through and who's not, whoever that be. Good play by Aaron Ramsey. Can he keep the ball in? It's gone for a Derby throw-in. I didn't know whether it were going to get a touch off the Derby defender, Jake Rooney, but Burnley have done well there. Ramsey finds Bernal. Pires. Bernal cuts inside. Oh, I thought Fleming were going to get to it. Barnes left it. He could see Fleming running in behind him. Now Burnley potentially looking down the right. Marcus Edwards. Look to give an option. Laron finds Son. That wasn't done on purpose, by the way. Now back out on the halfway line with Worrell. Tuanzebe tries to whip one in deep. It's very deep, and nobody in claret and blue looking at that. There's a few tired legs starting to creep in there now. Sanderson goes down. And it's going to be an appearance for man like Big Mike. Zian Fleming is to make way, and Mark Trésor is coming on. Let's see what we can see from the winger. Does that mean Barnes is going to be alone up there, or does Trésor push forward? I'd love Pires to be like Vitinho. You know what? Vitinho came on leaps and bounds for me. I was gutted to see Vitinho go. Absolutely heartbroken, because I thought there's a real player there. Hopefully we will, one. Hopefully we will, but not just yet. Still time. It's just 1-1 at the moment. Burnley still looking for that opening though. Tuanzebe. Marcus Edwards, why are you not reading that? Clark with a throw-in for the away side. Going to be a free kick for Derby. A bit of push in the back from Oliver Son. I am fed up of the stream going down every 2 minutes. Jake Rooney put under some pressure by Burnell. It looks like Mark Trezor is going to play that cam role. He is pushing forward. It's going to be a throw into the Clarets. Taken quickly. Aaron Ramsey gets it. Now with Pires. Finds Burnell. Can he get a run on his man? Takes it towards the edge. Ramsey again. Now with Worrell. Swenzebe. Edwards. No, the thing is, after promotion, you want, obviously, safety is the first thing, isn't it? Prem survival, like you say, that's the main one. That's what we've got to be aiming for. I don't mind a cup run. Good ball over the top. Burnell, good touch. Matt Trezor takes a shot from range. It's saved. Was that Trezor? No, I think that was Burnell, actually. It was. Vickers with the save. Good ball over the top for Burnell. He touches that down really well. Comes inside, takes the shot. Vickers were a little bit blindsided there. Had to stick a big palm out. Managed to claim the second ball as well without any pressure from oncoming Clarets. It's going to be a free kick to Derby as well. Josh Laurent wondering how he's managed to give that one away, but maybe too much pressure on Caden Jackson. It looks like substitute Thompson is going to take the set piece for Derby County with a chance to potentially get the ball into the box with the unlooking Burnley keeper shouting directions. Thompson's left it for Forsyth to try and get in. Thompson's gone more central of the edge of the D. Forsyth whips a ball in, header up. I think it did come off Clark. I think it may have done. Yep. But it's just the pressure there to do that. Couldn't get to it. Now Burnley counter. It's Burnell. Can he get it across the face of goal? Well, worked by Vickers. Again, does very well there. Burnell with a lung busting run. Maybe just too much. Vickers came out, made the angle look difficult, and Burnley have a corner. Like I said, I were umming and ahhing whether to go on. But I just thought, you know what? Let's get a watch along going. Let's do it. Why not? Ramsey doesn't even beat the first man. That's, I think, second or third time that's happened tonight. Apart from his goal, you know, we've got to be doing better with those sort of set pieces. Trezor's still there to offer an option. Now Marcus Edwards, his body's in the box for Burnley. Can he float one in? Does. Barnes is up there! And Vickers collects. Barnes just flicked the header on. It was a floating cross by Marcus Edwards. And do you think Derby have been negative? I mean, I don't know. I think defensively we've been quite strong. I think they've tried to take the game to us, but we've sort of shown our hand a bit. Caden Jackson spent a lot of this game on his backside, to be honest. Let's put it like that. He's trying to win fouls for the side, but nothing really in terms of somewhat concrete. We need to be making space for Clarets. There's nowhere for players to go. Well, with Ramsey in the centre circle, Burnell can't quite do anything with it. Barnes trying to chase the loose ball. That's a corner. It's got to be a corner. Derby County goalkeeper kept hold of the ball there for what looked like around 10 seconds at minimum. And the referee didn't even give Burnley the corner. As I say, there's a new rule now. I don't know whether it's just the Premier League or whether it's in football in general. But if it's kept in the keeper's hands for longer than 8 seconds, it's a corner to the opposition. Aaron Ramsey tries to knock it forward. Now Derby trying to get forward. Rooney picks out Kane Wilson. Can he get a ball in? Well blocked out by Lucas Pires. Well, yeah. Kitchen does what Kitchen does. Hope you're well, Gil Marzinio. Hope everything is well with yourself. Not long to go now. Derby with this set piece opportunity. Corner played in, header up to the edge of the box. Are they going to try and get the ball back in? They have. Clark's there. It's been touched again. Barnes manages to clear it. It still falls to the feet of a Derby player. Clark's there again. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. Taken quickly. Max Vice has done really well there. Burnley need to give him an option. Tuenzebe is there. Tries to go long over the top, looking for Burnell, who was making the run. Worrell. Again, finds Ramsey. I seem to be saying his name a lot tonight, but he's seeing a lot of the ball. Again, he's another player who, apart from Chowner, will be up there for man of the match shout. He's fouled by Abue Adams, and Burnley come forward again. Burnell finds Barnes. Can he use his strength? Can't, but now Derby have to try and clear, and do. Fireman trying to push and pressure Worrell. Son. Edwards. Referee doesn't see anything wrong with the challenge. Good bit of play by Mark Trezor to put Derby under pressure. Burnley need to be showing a little bit more attacking intent as we fast approach the 90th minute. Sanderson has it at the back. Is there going to be a late drama at Turf Moor? Are we going to find a winner? Pires, Worrell. Burnley just need to clear it. A goal now for either side. Takes them through to round 3. And we'll soon find out how long's going to be left for stoppages. Pires. Jayden Burnell. Been impressed with him since he's come on. He's been quite lively, and Barnes looked like he was going to get to the second ball there. Tuanzebe finds Marcus Edwards. Tuanzebe makes the run. Edwards comes towards the edge, hesitates. Josh Laurent, it's deep. It's past Barnes, past Pires. Captain Joe Worrell has it again. Josh Laurent gets it back from Axel Tuanzebe. And the ball's fizzed out towards Lucas Pires, who's done well to keep it in. Burnell. Ramsey finds Barnes. Burnell again. Tries to play it through. Is it in? Oh, it's in! Is it going to be classed as a goal? Ollie Son scored! It's just hit the 90th minute. 3 minutes have just gone up on the board, and it is. I think it does count. It's Oliver Son. All those kids at Turf Moor, you are going to bed early tonight. You aren't staying up any longer. Ollie Son's goal counts, I believe. And the Clarets go 2-1 up right at the death. I said that it was coming. And as things are, it's the Clarets that will go on to the third round. It's a good ball, good through ball by Mark Trezor. And Oliver Son just finishes the move. I think he is onside. Surely. They're saying he's not, but it's not giving us the angle to really see if he is or isn't. Scott Parker's happy. Clap of the hands. And it is 2-1 to the good for the Clarets. You know, we're not seeing a lot of Ollie Son since he came in. But he's done well to get forward there from that right back position. Obviously, Burnley have gone for a 4-4-2 at the start of this game. Mike Trezor's down under the challenge of Thompson. He's back up though. Burnley try to get going quickly. Ashley Barnes, Edwards. Well played by Burnley. Burnell, Edwards again. Is Burnell still there? He is. Can't get it out from his feet. It's going to be a free kick. Aaron Ramsey goes into the book. Burnley doing everything now to try and run down the clock. It's been quite a close game. I can't lie. I cannot lie at all. I think Derby have definitely come here with a game plan to try and frustrate us, and they have. Like I say, they managed to get themselves back into the game, and it's just that different for me. It's just been that little difference in quality that has been the difference. Derby are looking for a penalty. It's a block. Derby are looking for the penalty, but the referee's whistle has gone. It is full time. Scott Parker does another job on John Eustace. And Ollie Son's goal in the 90 plus first minute is the difference. Aaron Ramsey puts the Clarets 1-0 up 4 minutes in. Clark, the on loanee from Liverpool, equalises for Derby. It's nice to see Mike Trezor come on and do something. Like I say, there's been rumours that Trezor potentially goes elsewhere before the end of the window, but a good through ball at the end there to feed in Ollie Son, who manages to get on the score sheet and win it for the Clarets. And it is Burnley that will be in the third round draw tomorrow night at the end of the Grimsby Manchester United game. Commiserations to Derby. Safe travel back to their fans as well tonight. But I'll tell you what, it's just showing the replay at the end there. There is potential shouts for a Derby penalty at the end, and I can understand why maybe a little bit of frustration. I think Josh Laron holds his man potentially a little bit too long. But you'd like to say they even themselves out over the course of the game. It is Scott Parker's men who have got the job done. And mate, I'd take Kobe Mainoo on loan every day of the week. Every day of the week. So there you have it. The Clarets will be in the third round of the Carabao Cup. It's been some game, very end-to-end, interesting. It's always nice to see a turn of events. But as you can see there, full-time, Burnley 2, Derby 1. Thank you very, very much for watching tonight. Really do appreciate everybody who's been writing in the chat, who's been involved, liking, subscribing. Like I say, we're one big family here, and I appreciate you all. And I'll chit-chat to you all whenever you comment. And even if you don't comment, massive hi, bye, and thank you to you guys as well. But yeah, join us on Thursday where we will be doing a match preview for the Manchester United fixture. I'll be speaking to Sam, who's a massive Man United fan, and we'll be talking all things Burnley Manchester United. Can the Clarets get something away at Old Trafford this weekend? Either way, let's hold out and see who we get in the third round tomorrow. And hopefully Grimsby throw out an upset and beat United as well. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. See you Thursday. Ciao for now.